what's up guys? Welcome back to my channel. It's me, Drea, and this is Theowlsintuition. If you're new, hit that little subscribe and the bell so you get notified every time I post new content. And if it resonates, shoot me a thumbs up and comment to let me know how or why. Thank you guys for all that y'all do. Thank you for all the likes, shares, subscribes, donations. Thank you for booking readings with me. And if you want to book a reading, my email's in the description, but I'll never message you. So just be careful of scammers. Sorry, my throat is like closing out of nowhere. Like I've been recording and now all of a sudden it's closing. So it's probably like, this is your last reading. You're done for the day. Okay. But, yeah, did I say if you want to book, email me? Because I'll never message you. Okay, so anyway, what are we talking about today? We're talking about, what the fuck are we talking about? Oh, how have you made the world a better place? Okay, so you can pick more than one pile if you feel called to, 111. And we have 3 piles to do today. 3 piles to watch, okay, to choose from. Pile number 1 or the Astro Matrix Tarot, or those who feel drawn to this little dice that has this guy coughing. I swear to God, if you don't focus. Yeah, he's coughing. All right. But also I saw the guy, it is what it is. Working out, he's lifting weights too. You know what I'm saying? Grocery store. Is giving like calling out of work. Is giving like throat issues. Like I got a call from healing. Okay, but we have pile 2, which is the Tarot of the Owls. What's up, mammals? With Sid the Sloth over here. Okay, and this autofocus is pissing me off. And then we have pile number 1, or the Mystic Mondays Tarot, or those who feel drawn to the Ace of Wands, or you resonate with koalas. Something about koalas is coming through for pile 3. Okay. I love you. Thank you for watching, and I hope you have an amazing day, night, or whatever. And I'll see you on the pile that you pick. Bye. Hey, what's going on, my pile number 1s, or those of you who picked this guy coughing outside of his company? I'm calling out. You know, you could be really frustrated with work. You could be like getting sick from work or feeling exhausted and drained. Maybe you want a new job. Okay, or you're sick, or you're just sick and tired of everything, and you're like, I need new, right? And you also could be, because again, I was drawn to the guy working out on the other side. You could be wanting to get more movement in your life, working out more, grounding, going on walks, or hitting the gym again. It's either you want to do that, you've been thinking about it, or you're already like in the process of doing that. So yeah, welcome back. It's me, Drea. And if you're new, hit that subscribe and the bell so you get notified when I post new stuff. And if it resonates, shoot me a thumbs up or comment to let me know how or why. We are going to get your current energy to see if this is even your pile. If this doesn't resonate, do what you gotta do. Watch another pile, watch another reading, watch another reader. Just do what makes you happy, because you don't have to watch this. And keep your negativity to yourself, really, because you don't have to be here. So, but it's always my intention that it feels like a personal. Alright, let's get into it. What is pile number 1's current energy? Strength and guidance. Someone could be growing out their hair, or you have really long, luscious, beautiful hair. So yeah, you're gonna gain the vitality and energy to act on the guidance. You're going to gain the strength and the confidence to act on the guidance that you have been receiving. You're going to take your life by the horns and start consciously creating all the shit that you were putting off. If you were putting off going to the gym, if you were putting off eating healthier, if you were putting off your spiritual hygiene, if you were putting off meditation, if you were putting off your studies, you know what I'm saying? Putting off posting your content, creating your whatever it is, right? If you were putting off creating that side hustle, that business, if you were putting off cutting off that person, ending that relationship, or, you know what I'm saying, leaving that job, you're going to do it. You're going to gain the strength, and you're going to know. It's like, it's time, okay? Like when I quit my job, I didn't know how I was going to, like, how this was going to go. But I knew that I needed to, because God told me to. And God said, if you don't do it, I want you to understand that that's how you will receive a tower moment, okay? So it's either you rip the band-aid off or something else gonna rip that shit off for you. Understand, that's how tower moments happen, or at least that's in my life from my experience. I don't know about y'all, but you know what I'm saying. But yeah, you're gonna be able to get a lot of work done, and you're gonna be very confident, okay? You're gonna be loving on yourself, and the self-love is going to be reflecting to others. You're gonna be burning people's eyeballs with this new version of yourself. And your intuition is very on point, and you're very connected to God right now. You're very connected to nature. So make sure that you're going out into nature, but also expect very miraculous things happening as you go throughout your day to day, and re-immerse yourself back into the world, because you are one with the universe. And you going back into the world in such a high vibration, you're going to be manifesting a lot of good things, okay? It's like miracles are going to be happening for you because of the vibration that you're in, because you're attracting that. You're not complaining anymore. You're doing what you need to do, and you're not going to be around negativity like that. So it's like you're absorbing or attracting the positivity. Okay, if that makes sense. Let's get into your reading. Okay, pile number 1. Let's see. How have you made the world a better place, or how do you make the world a better place? Both. Kindness. Oh, you're a beautiful, loving light. You open the door to love. That's how you made the world a better place. You spread your kindness, right? You avoid conflict. You give people peace. You regulate people's nervous systems. You're like an emotional support animal for people, literally. And yeah, just people feel safe. You know what I'm saying? What if being kind to yourself really could change everything? You started being kind to yourself, and then you were kind to others, and just your kindness that you spread, whether it's a smile, whether it's a tip, you know what I'm saying? Like, you do things without seeing the huge impact, because they're showing me when I ordered pizza one day, and the guy delivered it, right? And I went to go get it. I like to wait a little bit because I'm like, no contact delivery. Hello. I'm hiding. I don't want you to see me looking a hot mess, okay? Like, bitch. And then he opened the door and was like, "Hey, thank you for that tip." Because I gave him a good tip. It was a very good tip. Like, the place is not that far, but like, I don't know. Like, I was just feeling generous. I had it, you know what I'm saying? I wanted a certain percent, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes I put synchronicities in the tip. I don't fucking know. I just do it. And I made his day. And then he started conversating with me and stuff, but I was just like, wow, I didn't think about like how happy I could make someone with a really nice tip. You know what I'm saying? But it does make a difference, because when people used to tip me like $10 and shit like that, you know what I'm saying? Even if it was like change and shit, like they give the change, it still made me like my heart like, okay, thank you. You appreciate me. And that's what you do. Okay. How have you made the world a better place? We have angels and guides. You're an angel. You're an earth angel. Okay, we have drugs at the back of the deck. Very interesting. Maybe you could be into psychedelics, or like maybe when you did drugs with people, like they saw things, experienced things, because you're an earth angel, you know what I'm saying? Your high vibration is still, there, immersed in it and stuff, especially when it comes to psychedelics. You could be like this shaman energy that helps people get through a dark night of the soul or a bad trip and shit like that. That's so random. But moral of the story is that you are an earth angel. You set people free. People can call upon you for help. You're kind. You're kind. You're helpful. You're loving. You're a guide. You're an earth angel. You're literally providing guidance for people. Your guidance, your wisdom, your intuition makes the world a better place. You could also be a fellow tarot reader as well, but you don't have to be. Well, with this 3 energy, it's giving 3rd house. So the way that you communicate kindly, even if it's like a harsh truth, you lighten the blow. Okay? But yeah, you could even like help people to rethink their opinion on drugs. You know what I'm saying? Instead of like, using it to escape, using it as a tool, like, bud and stuff. Like, you know what, actually I'm going to use this before I meditate to ground and really immerse myself in this. Or, you know what, I'm going to take shrooms or psychedelics and, like, you know what I'm saying, purge what I need to purge and go through the realizations, because every time I take psychedelics it's crazy. But it's actually very releasing and healing. And yeah. How have you made the world a better place? Or do you make the world a better place? Let's see. Ascension Flames. Yeah, you got the keys. You got all the codes, baby. You are, again, we have 2 horses here. So there's big emphasis on you kind of helping people to free, purify themselves, and to ascend. Okay, you help people to close out cycles. You help people to kind of, you know, it's Saturn energy coming straight off of you. There's so much you could have heavy Saturn placements. We also have Libra placements coming through as well with the law of grace. And this always reminds me of a Venn diagram. Right? So you help people to make a decision, to weigh the options, right? You help people to see your perspective and help them to make a decision. You are the type of person who helps the world to become more decisive, to see things in a different perspective, because your perspective is extremely unique. You help people to quantum leap towards what they love instead of staying in the dark. You help people to accomplish their goals and dreams and make their visions a reality. Okay, but you also give people grace. You make the world a better place because you bring beauty into it. You help people to change, to grow, and you help people to forgive. Okay, you may forgive people and you may kind of tell people things that, or, remind people to forgive themselves, or, you mirror energy back as well, which kind of helps people to, like, yeah, it's a hard truth, but they need to know, like, oh, you're being a jackass? Okay. And then you mirror back to them and they're like, damn, why is this person being a dick? And then they kind of realize, or you tell them, like, what? Yeah, like, you're being disrespectful, bro. So that's obviously, I'm going to snap back, clap back, but I think it happens more so, like, after. Like, they might not realize it at the time because they get aggravated. Like, who did that person think they were saying that? And then after they're like, oh, what is this? Kindness? Your generosity, 6 of Pentacles. Okay? You could give very good gifts. You make the world a better place by your gifts. Physical, spiritual, okay? Communication, and your kindness. You could be very generous. You could volunteer. You could help the homeless. You could donate money. You could have nonprofit or be affiliated with nonprofits. You give back. You charity. And not only that, but you give energy. Like, you pray for them. You help people. Your generosity has helped the world. The way you give your kindness to others. Angels, got the Page of Wands. Yeah, you guide people towards seeing the fun in life again, okay? When people are too serious, you make the world a better place because you help people to lighten up. You help people to not take things so seriously. You help people to kind of tap back into or heal their inner child, to have fun, dance in the rain. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, we was crying, but now we dancing, we having fun. You change people's course. Okay, you change people's course, whether it's you leave their life or whether it's you ascend with them. You know what I'm saying? But either way, you help people to have fun. You make the world a fun, exciting place because you're the type of person, instead of being like, oh, let's go party, let's go drink, let's go smoke, you'll be like, you know what? Let's actually go do this. I've never been to Cirque du Soleil, so let's do that. Or, like, you know what I'm saying? You might do things that it's like spontaneous but fun, and it's unique and it's different, and that's how you make the world a better place. It's like you put people on to a different way of living, is what I'm getting. Ascension. The Empress. Wow. Well, I was getting Libra too, but we have Taurus too. The Empress too. 222. Queen of Pentacles coming through at the back of the deck. Wow. You help people to realize their abundance. You help people to accept, be able to receive. You help people to enjoy abundance, to reconnect with nature. You give them the codes to create their dream life. You definitely could be like a spiritual guide or something like that. We also have the Emperor too, and it was in reverse, so it's like, You help people to get out of their ego. You help people to kind of slow down, stop stressing, get out of their head, end things that are causing them blockages and shit. You know, you tell people like you should probably be single, or you still need to heal, or you have that. And you might not realize like what you're saying and shit, but you say things and that rings on in people's lives. People remember things that you say and they will apply that, and they will always remember that it was you that helped them to have that realization. Anything else? How else has... Yeah. Y'all definitely psychics. Okay. And we have the Justice again. Oh, come here. So, you help people to build. You help people to not be stingy or to be more stingy depending on where they're at, right? You help people to balance themselves, to take risks, to realize that they can create their dream life, that they have the potential to be successful. Okay, you're a positive influence. You could be an influencer, but you definitely lead by example. You lead by example, okay? And what you give is you plant seeds. You plant seeds in people, right? You help them realize when they need to recalibrate, or you help them realize that they need to use their intuition and their logic. You help people to realize when they need to let go and when they need to keep fighting. You really, really are a guiding light, for sure. And you really give people ego deaths. That's how you made the world a better place. You're killing one ego at a time, okay? But yeah, and you also gas people up. You give people the confidence to like believe in themselves and to do what they thought was impossible, and to embrace their uniqueness with this Fool energy, you know, Uranus coming through, Aquarius energy, Aries energy, embracing yourself, embracing your uniqueness, and impacting humanity, helping humanity. You could be a humanitarian. Okay, you're helping the world in some place, you know, giving back to children, giving back to animals, giving back to Mother Nature, helping people who have been abused, guiding people, helping people out of dark situations. That's what I'm getting. So that's what we're going to call it, beautiful Pawan. Keep doing what you're doing. You are a blessing. You are an earth angel. You have a big purpose, and you know this. So, yeah, I love you. Bye. Hey, what's up? Pile number 2. Pile 1 was fire. So I can't wait to see what comes out for you. You guys picked up the Owls, Tarot of the Owls, and or the what's up, my mammals? The last dandelion. You could have a lisp, speech impediment, an accent, or there's something about your voice coming through as well. You could also be a comedian, very funny. You could like acting, actors, movies, like acting actors. What the fuck? Like movies, okay? There's something about TV shows, movies. You could be very well versed in that as well. But if you're new, hit that little subscribe and the bell so you get notified every single time I post new content. And if it resonates, shoot me a thumbs up and comment to let me know how or why. You also could have very nice teeth, or you could even have buck teeth, okay? And there's something about your eyes. Your eyes are very, very prominent, okay? Whether they're spaced apart or they're just very beautiful. You could have almond eyes, okay? Doe eyes. Just beautiful eyes. There's something about your eyes. Alright, what's pile number what is this? Pile 2's current energy. What the heck? You know what it is too, guys? Like, people used to be annoyed by you, right? Because with Sid the Sloth, he was annoying as F to Manny the Mammoth and Diego, right? The saber-toothed tiger. And you know, he ended up, you know, like, I don't know what happened, but I can't remember everything about that movie. It's been a little while since I watched it, but there's messages in there. And it's like, you know, he got left behind or whatever the fuck happened. He saved everyone. I don't know, but there's something that happened where it was like the tables have turned and they realized that, you know, this person that they thought was annoying, this person they thought was nobody, this person that they thought was like, you know, I don't want to be with you or you should leave, like, get the fuck out of here. They realized like, oh shit, that was actually like, you're my fam, like, you're actually smart, you actually helped, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, that could be what's going on, is you might have, your current energy is, like, you could be getting downloads or knowing that, like, some people are gonna come back, and people are gonna say, what's up? What's up? People are gonna be messaging you because they realized that they were denying a holy love. You were giving nothing but love, and it's like, no, you don't want this anymore. could be exes and shit coming back. And it's like you're focused on yourself, but your intuition is about to be very boosted. And you're being called to silence the distraction so that you can hear it. Whatever you have been doing, overindulging in, you need to stop. You need to focus on finding silence, finding a way to have silence, okay? That means less social media, less dopamine, whatever gives you that dopamine instant gratification type shit. You know what I'm saying? Less heavy foods, because you need to lighten yourself. You need to fast, or, you know, work on your vibration and shit. Listening to more frequencies instead of music. You know what I'm saying? Because music has frequencies and vibrations and intentions in it too. You know what I'm saying? So being really intentional right now is what you need to focus on. Focusing on your confidence and focusing on grounding yourself, and then grounding those downloads and taking action towards those downloads when you hear it, okay? I've been getting good at like doing it right away, okay? Procrastination may be something that you suffer from, and that's going to be leaving. But, you know, if it does happen and shit, you're going to catch it, listen to it, and move forward, you know? All right. But you're going to be stepping into a period of massive action is what I'm getting. And then that's going to call in a lot of success. And that's probably what's going to call in these people to be like, oh, what's up? What's up, Pile 2? How are you? Okay. Let's get into your reading. All right, Pile 2. I'm hearing that song from Life Size. Shine bright, shine far. Don't be shy. Be a star. So, yeah, you look, shine as I split the deck. You shine. You make the world a better place by shining your guiding light, by shining your light. And, you know, being like Eve or being like Barbie in your own way, okay? Going after your passions, inspiring people, but like, you know, you're great. That's how you make the world a better place, by being the best version of yourself and putting that out there and really shining bright, regardless of the reactions that you're going to get or you do get. How has Pile 3 made the world, or do they make the world a better place? Whoa. Surrender. You could have come from another pile, but you are an angel. You help people to surrender. You help people to find patience. Because look, we have patience also, and it says it is safe for you to wait. You know what I'm saying? I can't make this up. There's something about timing. Because it's like you're an example because you don't rush and you accept, you surrender. Oh, if something's going wrong in my life, I'm not going to complain. I'm going to pivot, right? You really have mastered the art of surrender, and you're teaching others. And that's how you're making the world a better place, is that you understand God's plan and you go to the flow of that. Stop trying to control life. It gets in the way of divine intervention. You also surrender people to their woes. Okay? And yeah, that might sound bad, but some people, you know, if you continuously help them, you're just enabling them, and they need to learn a hard lesson. Like when it comes to me, I'm stubborn. So it's like sometimes I gotta learn that hard lesson in order to kind of, you know, that's why the tower moments come and slap me in the face and be like, stop it. Go the other way, you dumb bitch. You're slamming into a wall. What are you not learning? You know what I'm saying? And I feel like you're not really the tower, but you definitely help to like, you just allow the tower to fall. You surrender it. You're like, you know what? I gave you the guidance. I did my part as the angel. It's up to you now. It's like, you can bring the horse to the water, but you can't force the horse to drink. Type of energy is what I'm getting from you guys. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, you make the world a better place because you also kind of have this view on time. Okay, maybe it's the way that you use your time, you utilize your time. Okay, we all have the same 24 hours in a day, and you might be the type of person who gets a lot done and you inspire others. There's big infrared information. There's a lot of information coming through. What the heck? About I didn't even mean information. What the was I gonna say? um Emphasis on you kind of like, I don't remember what I was gonna say, but I hope you understand, like, you know what I'm saying? We have unwanted attention, 27. Yeah, so This is also like coming back to your current energy. You're gonna have some unwanted attention because you want to keep a simple life. Look, we have a simple life, right? Simple life. This person's stressed out though. I gotta do laundry. I gotta do this. Life becomes easier as you put effort into being organized and minimizing. Yeah, you help people to declutter, or you help people to be like, you're that type of person. Like, if, like, let's say you call your friend, right? You'll be on the phone, you'll be doing stuff, and then all of a sudden they get up and they start doing stuff, and it's like you inspired them into action without even like telling them, hey, you should go do something. You just led by example. You know what I'm saying? But you know what I'm hearing? It's like, because with this unwanted attention, you don't shy away from unwanted attention. You kind of surrender to it. You're like, how people treat me is a reflection of them and it has nothing to do with me. You know what I'm saying? You kind of just let it be and you don't care about the unwanted attention. You don't care about making yourself look bad or having a bad reputation because you decided to move away, or, you know what I'm saying? You cut somebody off, or you quit your job, or you do things that people feel are irrational and that might cause people to give you unwanted attention, right? But you're simplifying your life. You're decluttering, you're getting organized. You also could help people to become more organized, okay? You could also help people to kind of either set boundaries or enforce their own boundaries, or learn how to respect boundaries. There's something about boundaries coming through. You also don't give people attention. And that's how you make the world a better place, is, again, you diminish people's egos. People who are like, let's say somebody's super attractive, everyone's looking at them and you're like, okay, you move on, right? Let's say you meet a celebrity, everyone's like, oh my God, la, 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 and you're just like, okay, and you walk by and you don't even care, unfazed, and you're breaking that person's ego to remind them that they're just another human being just like you. You know what I'm saying? Everyone's in their own path, doing their own thing, regardless of the attention that they get. Because somebody could get a lot of attention and be a negative person, right? Like, setting a bad example, like that girl on TikTok that pops on my timeline unprovoked. Like, I'm not looking for it, just comes. What's her name? Ash Trevino. Yeah, she's an example of that. And you don't feed into those kind of people. We also have your personal unicorn. Bathe in pure love. Stay open to the unicorn magic. You help people to believe in love again. You help people to believe in miracles. You also provide people with miracles. I am presence. I am that I am. You help people to choose a different story. You help people to realize 4-4. That they don't have to keep doing what they're doing. Okay? There's something about you kind of changing your life and you being an underdog and you being slept on and you being like abused and going through all this bullshit and then coming out 10 times stronger and popping out, and your pop out, that's how you've made a better place. You were resurrected, and how you've made the world a better place. You've become resurrected and you're really the angel, okay? I always keep seeing this, like Jesus coming out of the cave. You know what I'm saying? 3 days later, resurrected. Forgive them. They know not what they've done. You know what I'm saying? You could be very forgiving, but you move forward. I'm not going to give this attention to you. Okay? What is this surrender? 7 of Swords. King of Swords. Yeah. You call people out when they're lying, and you do it in a way that is not even like, you're a liar. You just walk away. If people start lying to you and shit, like, let's say somebody's cheating on you, right? And right? And you have the proof and shit. And you're like, hey, are you cheating on me? And they're like, no, why would you? And they try to gaslight the shit out of you, right? And then all of a sudden, you're just like, okay, right? And they think that they won. And then you kind of just dip. You move on. You leave. You cut them off. You don't stress about it. And then this person starts to stress out, And that's how you've done things like that. Like, people who are talking shit behind your back, or people who are doing things or lying to your face, and you smile and you're like, la da 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 da. And you're like, people think you're oblivious, but you peep game the whole time, and then you move in silence, and then they're like, and then it's like a tower moment that they needed to feel. Unwanted attention. Even when it comes to jobs and shit like that, you're like, hey, can I get a promotion? They're like, no. Or they're like, oh, we'll do it, right? We'll do it in a couple weeks or something like that. Or we have this, or I can give you like 25-cent raise or something like diabolical shit. And you're like, okay. Okay, and you get another job behind the scenes, and then you quit out of nowhere. You don't even give them their 2 weeks, and then they realize that you were actually a star employee. Like, you provide tower moments for the people that you need to leave. We have unwanted attention. Again, when you feel unwanted attention, when you feel the shade, when you feel the negativity, when you feel the hateration, you're not gonna contemplate on like, damn, should I stay? You're like, absolutely not. Clean slate, moving on. Bye. Cause you're intuitive as hell, okay? Psychic as fuck. Whoa. What was that? Ace of Wands. Pretty. Okay. What is this personal unicorn? You also might get a lot of unwanted sexual attention, and a lot of players are drawn to you, and you might break players' hearts so that they can heal. Okay, we have the Queen of Swords. Yeah, you know what's crazy is you bathe people in pure love, and if they act on this deceptive energy, you will cut them off. You will lay down that hammer. You will cuss them out. You will detach yourself and thrive by yourself. And that's the thing, is you make the world a better place is because the seeds that you plant, they prosper and they help others to prosper. They help others to grow. You are creating things and perspectives that people have never seen, that people are meant to see, and it's effortless, and it's the truth, it's your truth, and it's authentic to you, it's your own blueprint, and then you're like inspiring others to do the same, to take risks, to think about what they would really want, to think about what they need to cut off or what they need to move away from, or, you know what I'm saying, how have they been lying to themselves, right? Because you give people the truth. You give people the truth, and you're like, hey, I see that, you're trying to make it work with this person, or I see that you're getting aggravated and you want to quit, or I see that, and it's like either or, because it could be like, oh, they need to thug it out or they need to leave. And it's like you guide them to make the decision to do whatever is best for them, But anything else? Oh, Jesus. We got the tower. Like I told you, you're a tower moment. Walking tower. That is needed. That is very much needed. 1111. You give love. Ace of Cups. The Chariot. You help. You know what it is? It's like you're building your success, and you're inspiring others to chase their dreams as well. Because like I said, you were the underdog, and now it's like you're getting that success, and it's like people who thought, wow, I'm surprised that they're doing that, or like, look at them go. It's like, you know what? If they can do it, I can too. Because it's true. You know what I'm saying? You're only as limited as you think you are, and you help people to become limitless. You are charming. You are suave. You bring charm and romance to people's lives. Okay? You're a master manifester. You make people happy. You make the world happy, and you shine bright. Shine far. Don't be shy. Be a star. Okay? And you help people to heal. You help people to heal from heartbreak, and you help people to realize that they can do amazing things. You help people to boss up. You could be very good with money. You could have your own business and stuff like that, or you're just like a boss. You're a boss, and you are the type of person who treats yourself and then you treat others as well, okay? You're not selfish, but you are not a martyr, okay? You're not selfless to a point of detriment. So that's what we're going to call it. Beautiful pile number 2s. I love you. Thank you for watching, and I hope you have an amazing day, night, or whatever. And I'll see you next time. Bye. Hey, what's going on? Pile number 3, last but never least, it's me, Drea, and this is Theowlsintuition. If you're new, hit that subscribe and the bell so you get notified when I post new stuff, and if it resonates, shoot me a thumbs up and comment to let me know how or why. Okay, you could be feeling off, energetically icky. Some of you guys may need a cleanse. That's coming through. For those who know and it resonates with you, then do so, please. And if you would like to book a reading, my email's in the description, but I will never message you for a reading. We're going to get your current energy to see if this is even your pile, and if this doesn't resonate, you can watch another pile, watch another reading, watch another reader. Just do what makes you happy. Just keep your negativity to yourself, and we'll be good, okay? Because don't be sending out karma that you don't want back towards you, okay? I'm going to tell you that. So, You're the Ace of Wands. Grab that wand so you can create magic. You hold the creative spark needed to make things happen. Action is called for. New passion makes its way into your heart, whether it's art, artists. The zing is there. Be ready for the desire to fire up in your life. So you're about to get out of whatever icky energy has been consuming you, whatever fog, whatever distortion, whatever negativity has been in your life, whatever indecision has been in your life. It's like you're taking time to really look and think clearly about what it is that you want. Listening to your heart instead of listening to others. Maybe you got sidetracked or you did things that you didn't want to do instead of like following what your heart and soul told you to do. Okay? Maybe you took the advice of others instead of trusting yourself and your intuition, and then it led you down the wrong path. Now it's like you gotta go back and pivot, you know what I'm saying? Starting from scratch kind of energy, or restarting, or revamping. I'm not sure. Okay, let's get into it. Pile 3's current energy. Signs and reminders. Yeah, you're going to be led. You were led astray for a little bit, but not without purpose. There's always a purpose to those divine detours and delays. There's always a reason. We don't understand it until after, right? Yeah, similar to another pile. You're going to be able to do the work. You're going to have the confidence, energy, and vitality to take action on those dreams that you never thought would become your reality, okay? Some of you guys are going to start traveling. Some of you guys are going to be putting yourself out there more, but major transformation is coming in. You're also going to see a lot of signs and synchronicities. You're also going to be reminded of things that you kind of like didn't think about doing, right? Or you're going to be given signs as to like, oh, well, this is your next project, or this is your next job, or this is your next relationship. It's like God's going to make it very clear to you the next steps. Or they want you to get clear on what you want so that they can show you the next steps, right? And all you have to do is take the initiative to take that first step. Every time you take a step, the fog clears and then you see the step before you. But don't be afraid to take the step just because you can't see the step in front of you. You already know it's there. You already know it's a staircase, okay? You already know God got you. Take that leap, okay? But there is some kind of leap that you're going to be taking soon. That is, what's this risk that they're going to take? Or action that they're going to take? It's rebalancing yourself. You're going to rebalance yourself and rebalance your life. You're going to take a lot of action towards your healing and taking action towards doing what you need to do and getting shit done, okay? No longer holding yourself back from creating your dreams, and you're going to have a lot of success coming in. Okay, it's given like if you had a project or painting that you were like, I'll do it later, or I don't have time, or I don't feel inspired. It's like that spark, that inspiration is back. And now it's like you're going to be creating and it's going to feel so magical and feel so good. So if that resonates, let's get into your reading. All right, pile number 3. Let's see. How do you or how have you made the world a better place? Yeah, let's see. Oh, optimism. If you have already written a book, your book has made a positive impact and made the world a better place. But you need to understand that if you have not done that, you do have a book in you, and your book will make the world a better place. Or some kind of creative thing that you have to decide to take action towards and move towards. But your optimism, your childlike wonder, your happiness, your joy, your humor, your laughter, the way that you just pour love into others, the way that you just help people to shift to a more positive timeline, shift to a more positive perspective. You help people to focus on the positives. If you're going to make up stories in your head about people or circumstances, please make them love stories with happy endings. Yeah, you are the type of person who's like best case scenario instead of worst case scenario. You're not about that shit. You're like, absolutely not. Why am I gonna imagine what could go wrong? You know what I'm saying? What's the purpose of that? So I can manifest that? Absolutely not. I'm gonna focus on what could go right, right? Pile 3. Cyberbully. You don't engage. If you have if you have like a large following, or if like you create YouTube content, TikTok, Instagram, and people comment negativity, you either block them right away, you don't give them your power, and you help people to realize to stop bullying. You know what I'm saying? Unconditional love, bitch. You really help people to raise their standards and know that they are worthy of love. There is only love. Stop looking at all that trash and shit. That's lack of love, okay? When there's a lack of love, that's when the bad shit happens. When there is a lack of love, that's when the negativity happens. But you help people to realize what should they give their energy to, right? You don't engage with people who come in comments on your shit. You know what I'm saying? You'll block them. You'll delete that shit. You'll make sure that they never come into contact you again, okay? You want to talk shit? I'll never give you... You don't need to see me. I'll block you. You don't have to look at me anymore. Like, you know what I'm saying? You really set the haters in their place, because instead of... Or you react with love, and you even, like... You triggered the fuck out of them even more, which is so funny. But then people start to see it, and then it's like a chain reaction happens, and then, that person goes through an awakening, or people start attacking that person so that they can have a realization and an awakening, okay? It's like a hard awakening, you know what I'm saying? A reality check that they needed, okay? Let's say somebody keeps bullying everybody, and they bully, and they're like, oh, it's just a joke, da-da-da-da-da, and you're like, whatever, but then you leave them, and then all of a sudden they realize, like, oh, shit, you know what I'm saying? Like, they didn't take it as a joke, or maybe I should switch up, maybe I'm the problem. You help people to realize when they are the problem, so that they can try to solve it themselves. Because you're not sticking around to help them solve it, because you already gave them a chance. You already told them. You're like, why am I going to tell you again? Why am I going to tell you again? And you might give people chances because you're optimistic, but like, you close that book, like, once you see, like, there's nothing here for me. But back to that cyberbullying shit, you either kill him with love, because I was also seeing a video of this person. They said something, right? They was fishing or some shit, and some Karen was like attacking them, and they was like, having a good day, or like, stay positive. And she was like, fuck yeah. So pissed that like he didn't respond. Like, the thing is like, you don't respond the way that people want you to respond. And when you're untriggerable, you really help people to see that they're the problem. You really help people to see that they are being a B word or being a C word, okay? Because they're showing me another, and then they change their energy. People come correct when it comes to you. Because I'm seeing when I was working at the dispensary, this lady came in having a bad day. That's fine. If you're having a bad day, it is what it is, right? I don't know what you're going through, right? So I give people grace when it comes to that. Unless they cross the line. They don't cross the fucking line. Because then it's like, oh, baby. But yeah, she was mad rude, right? And then she comes up to me, and she's like, oh, I just need this. I was like, okay. Go to get the bud that she wants, come back, and I just cash her out regular. And then, I wasn't rude, and I was kind, and I like gave her what she needed, and she was just shook because she thought I would have been a bitch to her or something. But then she gave me a mad fat tip because she probably felt guilty, or I don't know, maybe she just realized, like, you know what, thank you for not projecting back. Because actually I didn't. Usually I do, but I was just like, I just knew that something was going on with her, and I wasn't taking it personally. That's the thing with you guys, is you don't take it personally. You know what I'm saying? Unless it is personal. You have that, you can differentiate as to what what their intentions are when people attack you. Okay? Sometimes it's unprovoked. Sometimes it's you triggered their demons. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes it's jealousy. Sometimes it's just they're miserable. And depending on the energy behind it, you act accordingly. Sometimes you just put the shield up, right? And then you're not going to react. And then that really triggers people. But we also have Cosmic Ruby, 32 energy, 5. You help people to change. Ambassador of Peace. You keep the peace, baby. You keep the peace between people who are getting bullied. You call out the bullies. Okay? You make bullies obsolete. You make bullies frowned upon. You defend the people who are defenseless. Okay, you're the type of person probably who was like seeing people getting bullied in high school, and you would like stop that shit. Or if you see, not even just in high school, but that was just an example. Or when you see people being mean to somebody, you're like, what the fuck are you doing? And then you might even like clap back a little bit to the person who's being mean. Like, what the fuck? Oh, why are you yelling? Or something like that. It was like a meme, but it was like, yelling. Like, why are you yelling at him? He's like, why are you yelling at him? And then he starts yelling at the other person. And then it's like, whoa, they're scared now because they're projecting that energy. You're projecting that energy back to them. I'm so sorry what's going on with my throat chakra. I hope you guys get what I'm saying. You also have become a master because you've practiced something. And this is something that you have become a master of throughout years, okay? Skill, a craft, something you've been building. You had the patience to build something, and now you've become a master and you've created a ruby. And people are realizing, like, okay, we gotta stay at it. We gotta stay committed. Optimism. Yeah. You know what it is too? Is like you could be all love, you could have this unconditional love, you could be all of peace, but that don't mean that you're not going to clap back. And that's how you make the world a better place. Okay? You help people to realize like, no. Just because I'm loving, caring, and compassionate does not mean I'm weak. And people who think that way need that reality check, and that's why they get sent to you. You're probably like, why do I keep getting these people who keep testing me, bruh? Nah, it's not about you. Well, it is about you because it is a test, but it's also so that you can clap back and really show them, like, yeah, just because you thought this person was so sweet, it's so innocent, it's so loving that you're not gonna be able to do anything and you can take advantage of them. And no. You really help people to realize, like, yeah, stop doing fuck shit. And also, people who do shit to you, they get karma. And that's the lesson. And that's how you make the world a better place. Because you're the ending of that cycle. You make sure it stops. Cyberbully. Yup. Like I said, you cut these motherfuckers with a knife. If you don't engage unless necessary, but you got that sword and you'll tell the truth to these people. And your truth, whoever you tell your truth to, it hurts them, right? It hurts them, but it's hurting them in a way where it's like a lesson. Like if a child touches a hot stove, right? They'll never touch that stove again. They had to learn the lesson the hard way. You know what I'm saying? Cyberbully. Cosmic Ruby. You help people to see how they have this beautiful ruby within them. You call out people's talents. You call out people's gifts, okay? You could also be very witchy, mystical, magical, and spiritual, and you could incite spiritual awakenings or guide people towards the more spiritual route. Okay, you help people to stop being selfish, stop to be in competition because you're in your own lane. You help people to embrace their pathways, find out what they love, heal themselves, and boost their own confidence instead of looking for outside validation. And this is all through either your experience, people watching you, or what you say, or how you are. And you really are making the world a better place because you are a cosmic ruby who is bringing peace to every door. Okay? You are a mentor. You are a guide as well. What else? Anything else? Okay. 8 of Pentacles. Yeah, you put in that work. You could be very talented. You also could have an artistic flow. If you create music, art, and stuff like that, or books, okay, whatever you work on, whatever work you put out, it helps the world to make it helps the world to become a better place. Okay? Yeah. Sometimes you have to break hearts. Right? But you do it with love. You know, you send them off with love. But you could definitely be the type of person who helps animals, okay? You could be the type of person who has pets and stuff like that, or you saved animals. I don't know, you could be like a foster, you could do something about fostering or foster care or something like that, right? But you know when to walk away, when to choose yourself. You're patient to a certain extent. Like once you get stabbed, you're walking away. I'm turning my back. I'm not going to accept abuse, toxicity. You call it out, right? You call it out. And you help people to build. You know, you help people to get out of the Knight of Pentacles, put in the work so that they can become the Queen of Pentacles, and then they can become the Emperor or the Empress. And you show people, like, you know, focus, don't give up, get balanced. Figure out what you really want and then take action towards it. Get that burning desire back to your current energy with that Ace of Wands. Starts out with an Ace of Wands, but then all of a sudden you get that Six of Wands and you're successful. You're victorious. People are recognizing you, okay? And that's where you're at, and that's where you're inspiring others to walk towards, and they're choosing to walk away from the toxicity. You also could have been surrounded by people who were in 1111 in toxic relationships, and you call out this stuff. You're like, ooh, that's not okay, or I wouldn't do, like, you know what I'm saying? You might bring realizations, all right? You're talking to your friend, and your friend's like, oh yeah, they don't let me wear this, you know what I'm saying? Or they told me I can't go do that. And you're like, what the fuck? Why are you allowing that? Or like, you know what I'm saying? You give people that reality checks. That's all I'm gonna say. Thank you, Pal 3. I love you. I hope you have an amazing day, night, or whatever. And I'll see you next time. Bye.